And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This pass caught at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyler Davison. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Out of the gun, Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah, risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not genius. I do admire that he went for it.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run here with John Kelly. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
All right, now, look at 56.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. from the gun. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On second down, Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. He'll look to throw here. Smith catches left side, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Lutz for the field goal try. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved that they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll try to run for it with middle. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. The good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now look at 56.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Red, green, the line. Black, green, the line.
On first down, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson on 3rd down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Tuck it and run. Down to about the 22 here. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
second down. Here's Miller. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Underneath for Miller. And down inside the 15 he goes. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From the red zone now, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This one fielded at the 5. Look at the spin. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, they're into the 2nd quarter in the Meadowlands. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Lucky 56. Here we go.
They start the second half with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They run it again with Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try and run forward with Kelly. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. 3 up.
Now back to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Black 22.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyler Jamison in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Down. Green 39.
Watson operating from the gun. And this would complete to Will Fuller. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. What a play. It's a 1st down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Black 22. Black 22.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Come back, come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Tyler Jamison able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Texans send the punter out in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind He hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 12 more yards there and another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen out of Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Leopard! Leopard!
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are pouring it on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not in a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Black 99, feel it. Hey, Black 22. Reset, 22. Black 99, feel it.
To throw is Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Down. Green, down. Green.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Forced out to his left. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Reset. Down. Black 22.
Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Here's Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.